Hello everyone, hi, it's Michelle Litwiller with Owl Star Stampers. I am so excited because today we are doing some paper pumpkin alternatives. And today I have the May kit, the best there is, May 2024. And I have two cards that we are going to make with this kit. So let's look at the kit first and the cards that come, and then we will go ahead and make our alternative. So I'm going to turn the camera down. Okay, so if you are new, Paper Pumpkin is a crafting kit that comes to your door every month. You can subscribe or you can do a prepaid subscription. So there's a few different ways. If you would like more information, you can click my link below for that. But a lot of times they're cards, but not always. They come in this cute little box. And this month, we are making some masculine type cards. So here's the directions. It's showing that we're going to make 9 different cards. Look at these cute envelopes. The directions are always in color. There's a ruler on the side. And then on the back here, we have all the components, and then it's you can use these coordinating dies that was an add-on for this as well. See this little like shape here? It kind of works with that label also, which I should have grabbed that, but I didn't. I have it though right here. So here was the add-on if you wanted to purchase it, and it was called the Thanks and Beyond. I believe it was $12, I want to say. So that's the Paper Pumpkin. So in your kit, you always get an ink spot. This month we have Misty Moonlight. The stamp set looks like this. I love that they do this. They give you a little insert. So you can see the images right here. There's some trees, a little background. Happy Father's Day to you. You're the best. And then this one says, with love and admiration to the most amazing person. So that's what the stamp set looks like. So always get a stamp set. And then it comes with the glue dots. So here's some of the pieces. Look at these envelopes. I love the envelopes this month. And the card bases, you got some dimensionals this month. These little laser pieces and tags. And the card bases are just so cool too. So this kind of coordinates with that wood grain paper we have. And that's what I pulled in to use some of my alternatives. Because, oh, I love this one. So anyway, here's another card base. Here are the cards. If you put them together just like the kit, again, you would make 3 of each of them. This one right here with love and admiration to the most amazing person, and little pieces there, but see how it just folds around the card. And then this one is a Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you. Also goes, and if you could add any sentiment to these cards too if you needed to change them out. And you're the best there is. So this is kind of pre-printed. So those are the cards for this month's kit. If you are local to me, I do have a few of these extra kits available. So just let me know if that's something you're interested in. Okay, so I have 2 cards we're going to create using the stamp set, using some extra pieces that you probably already have in your craft room. Because of that paper, I did, the one sheet looks exactly like that card base, this one right here, and then kind of that other with the pattern and the colors of the wood. So I pulled this out, and this is called the Country Woods Designer Series paper. It might be currently unavailable, but it will be back, and I just love so many of these patterns. I know a lot of you already have it, so that's what we're going to be using today as well. So let me grab my foam mat, and let's make our first card. So for the first card, I grabbed a crumb cake card base, and this measures 11 inches by 4 1/4, and I just went ahead and scored that in half. So again, this is just crumb cake. And then I took the designer series paper from that other pack, and do you see this again? It reminded me kind of the one card in the sample. So this measures 5 inches by 3 3/4, and then I'm going to layer that to a piece of early espresso that is 5 by 4 1/4. So we can go ahead and glue those down, glue that together. And then I'm just going to go ahead and glue this to our card base. The next thing I did, and you can decide what color you want at the top or the bottom, is I took one of the envelopes, okay, and this is one of the envelopes from the kit, and again, I just love that smooth paper, and so I cut down the slit, took my scissors and cut to open it up, and then I took one of our circle punches, the 2 3/8 inch, and I punched out a circle. So here I have a wood grain little circle that we're gonna stamp the trees on from the kit. I also pulled in a label from the Unbounded Beauty dies to do a little stamping as well. Now the kit came with Misty Moonlight ink pad, so you could use that. For this one, I'm going to use Early Espresso. For the next card, I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight. So I'm going to open the Early Espresso up. It's just a dark brown, and I have my tree from that stamp set from the Paper Pumpkin kit, and we're going to ink this up, and we're going to stamp this right on this little wood grain, the little envelope. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to clean off my stamp, and then I'm going to go in with the words. And for this card, I'm going to stamp "You're the best there is." So let's grab that one. And then again, I'm going to use the Early Espresso and stamp that in the center of here. All right. There we go. The other thing, we are going to use a few embellishments. So I'll tell you those when we get to that point. But let's close up this ink pad for right now. And let's put the other. So I'm going to use just my regular dimensionals. You can use the one in the kit, but our little stamped image here, we're going to put some dimensionals on the back, or you can use up your edges like me. I really love the Paper Pumpkin kits every month. I feel like they're really great. They're a really great value, and I really like them. And then I like that you can take some of the pieces and the stamp set and create even more cards each and every month. So there, I pop that up, and then we're going to use this down here, but before we put it down, we're going to add some baker's twine, or you could use linen thread. So here's our linen thread, and then I grabbed, this is our crumb cake baker's twine. It comes in a combo pack with white, vanilla, crumb cake, I think a gray granite, and a black. And so this is just the crumb cake, so it totally matches perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm kind of holding it on my hand like this. The tail is right here by my pinky, and I'm wrapping it around. So now this tail is up at the top and one's at the bottom. I'm going to cut that, and then I'm going to grab it in the middle so it's kind of like a figure 8, and then I'm going to put it right here. So I'm just going to take, you could use the glue dot. I'm going to tack this right where that glue is, right there, like that. So it's going across. And then this, I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. All right, I'm going to just use up, again, more of my edge here, so you can see that. All right. And I'll put that right down here. If you don't want to cover up any more of that tree, you can put it down further, but there's that. I like to take the edges, the ends, and just kind of untwist it a little bit. All right, and then to finish this off, I thought I grabbed some new embellishments, which I have right here. So these are a new embellishment in our annual catalog, and these are called the adhesive backed metallic gems, and they have silver, gold, and copper in a small, and silver, gold, and copper in a little bit bigger. So on this card, I'm going to take the gold ones, and we're going to add 3 of these. I thought they were kind of look like the tops of a little bolt or screw or something. So I'm just going to add 3 of these on here to finish off our card. So there's our first card. Let me know what you think of this. And here is the other one I did. So you see that designer paper, how you cut it, it looks a little bit different every time. So I hope you like that. And it's a way that I love the envelopes, and they're so awesome, but you can actually cut them up and use them as paper, and then just use a regular envelope if you want as well. So I love that. All right, our next card is right here. And for this one, I have a piece of Misty Moonlight cardstock. It is also 11 inches by 4 1/4. You're going to go ahead and fold that in half at 5 1/2 or score it, and then give that a good crease. Now we have a piece of basic white that's 5 1/4 by 4. This is going to be for the inside because this is a little dark. I have a piece of that designer series paper. Now this, I actually cut it wrong for the first card, and I was like, I'm still going to use that. So this measures 3 1/2 by 5, 3 1/2 inches by 5. That's going to be for the outside. And then I have a stylish shaped circle. There's little like stitches kind of around. I believe this is a 3 inch. Yep, it's a 3 inch circle. I have a 3/4 inch strip, and then maybe this isn't a 3/4 inch strip. This is a little bit bigger. This is a 3/4, and that's probably a little bit bigger. So just a little scrap of paper. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is do a little bit of stamping, and I'm also using that tree again because I just really like it. So we're going to do, I did the tree in brown on the first one, the early espresso, but let's do it all in Misty Moonlight for this, and then you can see the difference. Let's see what that looks like. So this is the Misty Moonlight. Again, this is the ink spot that came in your kit. So I'm going to ink this up and do one on the inside of our card. All right, just like that. I'm going to set that aside. Now before we stamp the trees here, I have a blender brush with, it has some Lost Lagoon ink on it, so just a lighter blue. And I'm just swirling this around so the circle isn't so stark white. And it might need a little bit more ink. So you can just take your ink pad and add a little bit more. And then I like to go off on a scrap paper. So I'm looking for a scrap paper. Looking. Let's use the inside of our envelope flap. And just swirl a little bit of color on our circle. So it's just a hint of blue there. All right, now we're gonna stamp our trees in Misty Moonlight ink right over top of that. And then, now we're done with the tree. Let's wipe it off. All right, I got that cleaned off. Now we're gonna use this one. I'm gonna make a Father's Day card. So on this little strip here, we're gonna stamp Happy Father's Day to you, like so. And I think we're done with our stamping now. So next up, we are going to assemble and do one of my favorite things. So I have This is the Light Misty Moonlight Stampin' Blend. You could take your Stampin' Write marker as well. And I want to add a little bit of speckles in the background. So I'm just going to do that just to, again, make it so it's not so white. I'm also going to do that a little bit to the sentiment without getting too much, just to tie it in. All right, so I'll hold this up. Can you see the little, just gave it a little bit of something more. All right, let's come in with these pieces. Now we should also do this on the inside. Now this has that little kind of like the speckle too, like the tree. You could do that. I thought it might be a little too much, so I thought this would be a little bit lighter. So you can just add a little bit on the inside too to carry that over. I just like the look of that, so it just adds a little something without being too crazy. Or like you didn't forget it. Okay, so there's that on the inside. Now, for the outside, grab your designer series paper, and I'm also going to use that crumb cake baker's twine. Again, this comes in a combo pack. I have a few of them right here. There's like another crumb cake and vanilla, and here it is, like with the black and the white and the gray. So this is called the Baker's Twine Essentials Combo Baker's Twine Essentials Pack. So you get all 5 of those. I use Baker's Twine and linen thread all the time. So that's why I always say it's just a staple in every craft room. So we're going to wrap this around twice and tie a bow around the center. So I'm going to have it kind of over, like crisscross a little bit, and I'm just going to try to tie my bow right here, and then we will be on our way. I might like it better with just the Misty Moonlight. So the other one I did the trees and early espresso, but the words of Misty Moonlight, I think I might like it with all the blue tones. You'll have to tell me what you like better. They both look nice, I think, but I do like a monochromatic for sure. Okay, so we have that wrapped around. I'm just trying to get that a little bit together, straighten it out a little bit. And now we have, so the inside, so now we can glue this to the outside, and I'm just going to do it flat. You could pop it up if you wanted, but our circle and our sentiments are going to be popped up. So this is going to go right in the center, like so. And then this circle that we stamped is going to get some dimensionals right here and at the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to do our sentiment. So this we're going to put right here. And then this sentiment that we stamped, we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to cut it at an angle. And before I glue it on here though, I'm going to take, this is just a little piece from that same pack of designer series paper. This was the piece of it. So I have just a 3/4 inch strip, and I'm just going to tear the end, and I kind of want to see that like torn edge, and I'm going to kind of just offset it a little bit like that, and glue it together kind of like that. And then I'm going to put it on here, down here, underneath the bottom of the tree with some more dimensionals. All right, it looks like I'm going to need to grab another pack of these soon because I am about out. All right, peel that off, put this down here, And then we're going to go back in with those same dimensionals. And this time I'm going to use the silver because I think they would look good. Actually, they probably all would look good. The copper would probably look great. So, but I'm going to take 3. Take one of the bigger silver ones, a smaller one, and I think you can put one down there. So here is our second card. So this is the one using all Misty Moonlight ink, and then the background does have a little bit of that Lost Lagoon on a blending brush. And then here it is with the Treat and Early Espresso. So that's what I'm saying. You can tell me which one you like better. I think I might like the blue tone a little bit. And then the inside, I did the same. So there you go. So there is 2 different alternatives that you can create using some basic cardstock. And if you didn't have that designer series paper, you could use some of the card bases or the pieces in the kit to create something very similar. And another unique way to use your envelope to get some more die cut pieces with the wood grain is to use your envelope. So I hope that you have enjoyed that. Don't forget to, if you haven't already, to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. I would appreciate that so much. And I will see you next time for another video. So have fun with your paper pumpkin, and if you're interested in joining Paper Pumpkin, you can check out the description below. Bye everyone.